Hey guys, alright, I'm gonna get a rant in really quick before the St. Patrick's Day festivities begin. Well, okay, they've been started for like 12 hours now. We start early here at UC, what do you want? Anyway, regardless, I'm gonna talk about ageism, but not ageism against elderly people, ageism against, like, me. Um, and I take personal offense to this because I get it all the time, and I think maybe I'm an outlier within my generation, but regardless, I hate it. It's prejudice, and I hate it, and it's the worst kind. Because, I don't mean so much the, oh, you're 18, you don't know what you're doing with your life, or the, oh, back in my day, blah, 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 kind of business. I mean, I get that all the time, but that doesn't really bother me. Whatever. Maybe you are wiser. You're 90. You've been through some shit. But just because you're older and just because you lived through a time that had these things doesn't mean that you can school me on music, alright? Listen, my iTunes, and I'm gonna talk about iTunes because, we're just completely representing a generation, clash. My iTunes, the highest played artist right now is Bruce Springsteen, and after that it's Rolling Stones. So, and after them it's probably like Bon Jovi, Billy Joel, The Who, and things of those kinds. Okay, and yes, there's some Glee in there, and there's some Katy Perry, and there's definitely some Kesha. But you know what? I love me some Glee, I love me some Kesha, and I love me some Katy Perry. So I'm not gonna apologize for that, because whatever, you can have fun with your music too. But that doesn't mean that I only listen to that, or that I have mindless taste in music, okay? I love The Who, alright? And I hate when older people assume that I don't know what these songs are, or that I've never heard of them, or I hate when I tell them that I listen to them and they say, oh, well, you can't understand what it was because you don't live through that time. Excuse me, last time I checked, music was up to interpretation to the listener, so just because I don't get what you get doesn't mean that I get anything less out of it, alright? And while we're talking about music, let's move on to movies, too, alright? I hate High School Musical, and I hate Twilight. There's nothing that I hate more than Twilight. So don't assume that just because I'm an 18-year-old girl that I'm in love with Edward Cullen. No, okay? Screw that shit. My favorite actor in the world, putting aside Darren Criss, is Paul Newman, okay? I've been in love with Paul Newman since I was about 11, and I saw The Hustler, okay? And shortly after The Hustler, I saw The Sting, which only, exacerbated my crush on Paul Newman and gave me one on Robert Redford too, alright? And then continuing on from there, I saw Cat on the Hot Tin Roof, which, I mean, okay, the movie's really good, and it's really, really good, but, I mean, it just, once you read the play, it just shat on what the play was supposed to do. Regardless, my favorite actors in the world, Paul Newman, George Peppard, because I goddamn love Breakfast at Tiffany. I love Audrey Hepburn. I just need someone to be the William Holden to my Audrey Hepburn, and I would love it. Because William Holden in Sabrina and Paris When It Sizzles, which is much better than Sabrina and all of Audrey Hepburn's other movies. See, I can talk intelligently on these things because I've seen them. I don't care that they were made in the Sabrina was 1950s. One of the first movies that I was quoting, because if you know me, you know basically all I do is quote movies, was 12 Angry Men, which Henry Fonda was my first, like, actual crush. I was in love with Henry Fonda because as juror number 8, he was astounding and it was so good. And it's all, I mean, I owe it all to my dad and my mom because they gave what they love to me. So, like, I was watching the movies that they watched and I was listening to music that they listened to. But guess what? It goes both ways, okay? My mom loves Backstreet Boys and what's the other one that she loves that we love? Incubus, okay? So, like, you don't have to stick to your generation, okay? So just like you can enjoy the music that's modern, I can enjoy the music that's classic, okay? So don't assume that just because I'm 18 and just because I engage in, like, Kesha and that I don't know what the good music was and is, okay? I'm gonna go listen to The Who, alright? Bye.